Hi, it's me again with Corel Draw Tips and Tricks, and this is the fourth installment on how to draw a flex joint box. So if you haven't watched the first three, you might want to do that. The only thing we have left to do on a simple box is to join these two ends. These tabs are going to keep it in the circle, but when you get to the end, you need something to hold it together. Now you could just glue these butt joints together, but these joints are really nice, and I'm going to kind of show you some. I did not draw these, but they're extremely nice. They're a little bit, they're not exactly the same, and that's what, whoop, I got my nudge factor set on too high. And if you would like these joints, there's Facebook page, and you can see this is going to be the male one, and this is going to be the female one, or vice versa. This is the male one. So let's grab it out of the way. Let's just put it back. Tell you what, let's make it black for just a second, so we'll know. So this is our male, and this is our female. That's the difference in the kerf of the laser. And this joint is extremely tight. You have to press it, and sometimes I even have to tap it with a hammer. But you don't have to glue it. So that's the male one. So this is, don't want to do that. So the red one is our female. So now what you're going to want to do, I've got my drawing in the center of the page, and I'm going to show you something. You hit center of the page with this, and it's not really in the center of the page, or it's not in the center between these two pieces, because Corel has taken in consideration these tabs. Now this would work, don't get me wrong, and I should have thought of that ahead of time, but this deal is 16 by 1, so we're just going to draw one real quick. 16 by 1, and we're going to put it in the center of the page, and you can see the difference. So now what we can do is let's zoom in here a little bit. We still got our nudge factor set low. Okay, so just for a minute we can take this one away. So now we can go center of the page, and now it's okay. Now they're both in the center of the page. We could go ahead and put this one in the center of the page. Now let's set our nudge factor really high. Let's set it at 8 inches. And I'll just show you what's going to happen. And remember, this is our female, so we will really want it the other direction. We want our male on this side. So what it did, it just got you close. Now take your nudge factor to low again, 0.001. And this is what's nice. It's going to keep it. Just grab your deal and just cursor over. And I could have got closer, but for accuracy, I don't mind using a slow nudge key. And you're going to want to zoom in here, and you can see we're still, and you want this right there, right in the middle of that line. Now we're going to take our male tab, and like I said before, you can get these files off of Epilogue's Facebook page, and tell you what, let's do this. You can hold down the control button and move it a little faster, and that way it kept it on that line. Now we still got our nudge. We're going to zoom in a little bit more, and I think you can actually see the node right in the middle. You want them both in the middle. Let's change this back to red. All right, now all you have to do is take your virtual segment delete key and delete that. Hit your space bar, well, sometimes it'll joggle back and forth. Now, the only thing wrong, I did it on my practice piece. So let's back up here and take those two joints from not being cut. Now I'll tell you what, let's change this to black so we can tell the difference. Let's set this in the center of the page. We'll get really close. Now let's use our nudge factor to get it right on top of that black line. Okay. Now this is what's pretty neat, is trying to distinguish between these two. So one thing you can do, let's set our nudge factor on 2 inches. Okay. We know we can grab the red box from there. We cursor down 2 inches. We remove our red box or our black box. Up, back 2 inches. It puts it right back in the same spot. Virtual segment delete key. Delete that line. Delete that line, and you're done. Group this together. I'm going to do one more video on this series on how to make the lid. So I hope that helped a little bit, and thank you for watching.